What up, babes? So today I wanted to do something a little different on my channel, and that is book recommendations. Now, I don't think I've ever mentioned on my channel, I literally love reading and books and shit. I'm kind of into the audiobook scene, kind of. I mean, if Audible were to sponsor me, you know, you never know. Okay. Okay, so first I want to talk about, let's see, should I start? Okay, I'm going to start with a nonfiction, and that is Connor Franta's A Work in Progress, a memoir. It's biography, autobiography. It is, I've talked about this book before on my channel. It really wasn't what I expected. I'm going to get more into how he changed that in his second book, but it was very surface level stuff. Like, he talked about his family, but not in great detail. He talked about past loves, but not in great detail. He talked about his sexuality, but not in great detail. This was a memoir that, it was very private. It wasn't as personal as you would expect a memoir to be. And yeah, I felt that wasn't really, it wasn't very Connor. It was like Connor light. But I still enjoyed the book a lot. I liked the pictures, and I loved the way he writes. But now moving on to 2017, Connor has just released his newest book, Note to Self. I have no idea when this is going up. This might be way past. Connor may have released his book a month ago, and I'm just talking about it. I have been going through a depression session, so I really have not been reading it just yet. But I'm so excited to read it. I've seen bits and pieces I've read, and I think it's so much more personal and in-depth, and so much what I expected from Connor, and just how honest he is and how raw this book feels. It deals with a lot of things that weren't really mentioned in A Work in Progress, and I definitely enjoy this book so much better. I love Connor Franta, and I love what he's creating and putting into this world. So since we were on the topic of YouTube books, I was going to bring in The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire by Vale, but I decided not to because I'm a demon. If I start talking about Dan and Phil, I won't shut up for an hour, so I'm just not going to do it. Next, I am going to, this is the last physical book. I have more ebooks on my phone, but this is the last physical book I have. This is Witches of East End by Melissa de la Cruz, and this is the book in which Witches of East End, the series that got cancelled, was based on. It's a good book. I enjoy it for what it is. It's Melissa de la Cruz. I really didn't like her Blue Blood series, but this book was actually really good and very entertaining, and I had a lot of, there are more books in this series. But yeah, this is amazing. It's about the three Beauchamp sisters. I mean, the three Beauchamp sisters. It's about Joanna Beauchamp and her two daughters, Freya and Ingrid, and how, you know, they're living their ordinary lives, not using magic because they have been forbidden for reasons that you find out later in the book. But eventually they start using their magic again, and things happen. It's good. It's kind of, it has a little bit of mystery and a little bit of romance, and it's I like it. Not the worst. Okay, now moving on to ebooks. I'm gonna try to put pictures. Okay, first is another young adult novel, and that is the Bad Girls Don't Die series. It is a mystery horror series aimed at young adults. I have read all of the books, but my favorite has to be the first book. The first book just deals with possession and freaky ghost shit. It's good. I genuinely enjoyed, oh shit, what? Bad Girls Don't Die, the first book. Yeah, check it out. I definitely, if you're into horror and mystery, but you're not you can't handle Stephen King level books because you'll get anxiety, then I definitely think this is a good middle ground for you. Another book series, another book that I really want to recommend is the Welcome to Night Vale novel, which I have an ebook, and it is so good. Joesph Fink really just went ham on this book. It is amazing. If you are a fan of Welcome to Night Vale, the podcast, and you haven't checked out the book yet, what are you doing? They're literally already picking up literally already going to put out a second book this year. Like, seriously, you have got to check it out. Welcome to Night Vale is an amazing podcast and an amazing book. If you have not listened to the podcast, you can still listen to the book, and you can still listen to the book. You can still read the book, or listen to it, you know, Audible. Sponsor me and my, like, 6 viewers. Yeah, no, definitely. Welcome to Night Vale. Check it out. The story is very Welcome to Night Vale. There's literally no other way to explain it. It is mystery and romance and comedy and horror. The only people that could ever blend that perfectly together is Welcome to Night Vale. It's amazing. Definitely check it out. Another book series that I've been reading, but like it's so far away I'm not gonna get it, is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I have fucking been loving it. So I got the book, like the big old thing of the books for Christmas a couple years back, and I never read it. I'm awful. I've never read any of the books because I started watching the show. But then the show went on break for season 2, and I'm waiting for season 2 to finish so I can just binge it. But damn, the series is kind of amazing. I mean, essentially the plot, if you don't know, is about this girl who discovers, you know, a secret about herself and finds herself thrust into this world of like demons and vampires and shit. It's good. I like it. Good shit. It's good. Fucked me up. Fuck it up. The series is amazing and deals with a lot of things. It has some tropes that I would not have, you know, used myself, but to each their own. And lastly, the book series that I wanted to mention is a trilogy by, ooh, I forget her name, hold on, I have it in the notes, by Rachel Hawkins, and that is the Hex Hall trilogy. The trilogy is centered around Sophie Mercer, and it starts off when she's 16, and she is sent to this kind of like magical reform school. She is a witch who is sent to this reform school for magical creatures after she's like, she kind of like, her magic is just big. Like every time she tries to do something, it comes up like huge, like it's bad. And, you know, while she's there, she gets caught up in this war between these magical beings, which are called like prodigum, I don't know, I literally don't know. And these like human hunters who are trying to kill them, and she just gets thrust into this world, and she kind of discovers herself and finds meaning and shit. It's so good. I mean, Rachel Hawkins really weaved this story and kind of created this world in such amazing detail of, you know, these hidden prodigum, whatever. It's amazing. I definitely would check it out, and yeah, I mean, check out all the books I mentioned if you're into it. I know I mentioned mostly fantasy. That's tends to be what I like to read a bit more. But Connor Franta's books, everything will be in the description below in case I was talking too fast and you didn't get to hear anything. Yeah. Okay, so spread love and positivity wherever you go, and kick anyone balls trying to spread negativity, and read some books, goddammit.